After a night of spontaneous mass protests around the country that continue today, Prime Minister Netanyahu is expected but not certain to make an announcement at any time halting the judicial overhaul. The expected announcement would follow a general strike by the Histadrut labor union called a general strike, shutting down much of the nation. ILTV Steve Leibovitz reports.
Pressure has been building on Prime Minister Netanyahu to change course since his firing of Defense Minister Gallant last night, sparking mass, spontaneous protests around the country. The protests were followed by another plea from President Herzog, calling on the coalition to stop the legislation of the judicial reform today. The expected change in course also came shortly after the Knesset Law Committee completed its approval of the Central Judicial Appointments Bill for its final vote in Knesset. As the spontaneous protests were still underway, Simcha Rotman convened the committee to finalize the core legislation that would give the coalition control of choosing Israel's judges. The bill was scheduled to be presented for its final readings today in the Knesset plenum. In effect, even if the vote is not taken, the coalition can now move to pass it at any time. Opponents of the overhaul have drawn a line in the sand on the Judicial Appointments Bill, saying it will politicize the court, remove key checks on government power, and cause harm to Israel's democratic character. In another development, a Knesset committee finalized legislation ahead of its final Knesset reading that would bar the High Court from preventing ministerial appointments, enabling Aryeh Deri, head of the ultra-Orthodox Shas party, to return to the cabinet.